In 2013, Mississippi College announced it was moving back to Division II. Athletes and fans rejoiced. Moving up meant moving back to the Gulf South Conference, a league which MC had been a part of for over 20 years. A move this big meant a time of transition for the football team, a time of rebuilding, and ultimately, for a few seasons, patience. I had the chance to sit down with coaches and players this week to talk about how the 2016 season could ultimately be the turning point in the Mississippi College football program. You came on board at MC in 2014 from the University of the Cumberlands. Tell me about your journey to a program that was in a rebuilding season in a way.
The transition from Division III to Division II is not easy, and one of the things that makes it even more difficult is transitioning from Division III to the Gulf South Conference.
The GSC is known as the SEC of Division II football, and Athletic Director Mike Jones knew that the transition would be no easy task.
You know, football has got so many moving parts, so many people, and in a lot of sports you can take two guys or three guys or two girls or three girls and have immediate success. Mm-hmm. In football, that's not going to happen.
Chris Orey and Cliff Collins are two of the only three seniors that have been at MC for 4 years, and they say that this season has definitely been different.
Definitely the huge turning point this year out of all years, because my sophomore year, the first transition, I mean, we were kind of, the teams had their way with us, and on all their schedules, they marked us down as a win, and they probably didn't prepare as much, and they weren't taking it seriously. Now we go in, especially this year, kind of shaking them a little bit.
A lot of the teams that we've played, they used to just really come out there and just have their ways. They would do whatever they wanted to us. And this year hadn't been that way.
The past 3 years haven't been easy, but Coach Bland is very hopeful for the future. In 2014, Choctaws were 1-9.
Yes.
2015, 2-8.
Yep.
At this point in the season, 3-6, going into, we still have one more game to go.
Right.
Would you say that the 2016 season has been the turning point in the transition from Division III to Division II?
As far as a turning point, as far as over the hump, trying to get our program to where it needs to be, it'll continue to grow for years and years to come. But I feel like the most difficult part definitely is over.
The Choctaws have had some close games against strong opponents in 2016, and Coach Jones says that it's clear that this is a special season for the team.
There's no question because of how we've narrowed the gap. And some of the schools that had beaten us very badly, we had opportunities to win this year. You look at West Georgia and Valdosta, I mean, we had chances to win both of those games. And then last week, we shut out Shorter in our first Gulf South Conference win. So yes, I think it's a turning point.
Last week, the Choctaws got their first Gulf South Conference win since 1995, and senior Chris Collins says it's brought excitement and enthusiasm to the locker room.
We don't want to just compete, we want to win. I think that's the biggest part of the locker room. Everybody, we can taste it, we can see it, we can feel it. We just want to get to the point where we consistently win games, week in and week out.
2016 was the last year of transition to Division II, and Coach Bland says a season of firsts.
For the first time eligible for the playoffs, but in the first time we're voting for players to be on the all-conference team. For the first time, the NCAA is going to award these guys, if they're good enough, to be on all-American teams and so on.
According to Coach Jones, Mississippi College should be confident at the season's end. What would be your message to the Choctaw faithful that have been here since day one, moving forward?
Our time is near, and we will be champions in the very, very near future.
With one game to go and the Choctaws at 3-6 on the season thus far, there's a mood of hope and confidence among players and coaches moving forward. While there's still hard work ahead, it appears that 2016 was the turning point in the MC football program, and Coach Bland and the Choctaws don't intend to look back. From Robinson Hill Stadium, I'm Beth Hughes.